Does anybody else have a baby mama or an ex-wife that gets pissed off and don't allow you to bully your fucking kids? Oh, I'm pretty sure everybody with an ex-wife or a baby mama gets pissed off when they bully their fucking kids. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Women, if you're that kind of fucking ex-wife, if you're that kind of baby mama, if you're that kind of mother in general that caters to your kids, is constantly rushing to your kids' defense, is coddling your fucking kids, is trying to shelter them from bullies, trying to shelter them from the fucking world, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. That's why your kid grows up to end up unaliving themselves, develop a victim complex that lacks determination, ambition, perseverance, and all that shit, is because you are sheltering them from the realities of the world. You're sheltering them from the world that actually exists, the world that they will eventually venture out into, and that world is not going to be nice to them. That world is going to chew them up and spit them the fuck out. So you need to prepare them for that world. Now, a father bullying their kids, there's a purpose behind it. Character building moments, thicken the fucking skin, toughen them up. They develop traits of perseverance and determination. Okay, they'll push through that shit. When those kids get to adulthood and go out into the world, they haven't been sheltered from the world, they're gonna find 100 people the first year they're out there that's gonna treat them and bully them 10 times worse than the playful bullying and picking that their fathers have done with them. They need to be able to handle that shit without becoming victims and without breaking the fuck down and running and crying and diving into a fucking cave or taking their own life. It's ridiculous. Y'all are fucking these fucking kids up by not allowing fathers to have them moments where they pick on them and bully them and fuck with them. You shelter the kids from a fucking world that exists and put this false reality in their head of a world that doesn't exist. So you prepare them for a world that doesn't exist just to send them out into the real world that does exist with no tools, no skills, no knowledge, no nothing. You're setting them up for fucking failure. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. This is why 70% of 80% of kids raised by single mothers end up having fucked up lives. That's why they end up being criminals or predators. That's why they end up being dropouts. That's why they end up homeless. That's why they end up with a never-ending cycle of turnovers with jobs, and they never actually get trained in anything. They never actually have a consistent fucking career. Stop that shit. Prepare them for the world that fucking exists, because they're only going to spend 18 years under your fucking roof. Maybe a few extra until they get on their feet, because the economy's fucked, the world's fucked, and everything else. But the majority of their life is not going to be spent under your fucking roof. Prepare them for the world where they're going to be alone out there with the goddamn sharks. You're trying to keep them in the kiddie pool, and then you wonder why they get their ass ate alive when they finally get into the goddamn ocean. Quit that shit.